Good morning, cappers and gamblers. Welcome to Better Bets, where we bet better. My name's Alec. This is Moxie. Before we get these finalized college football week 6 picks going, I just want to start off the show by giving a shout out to my man Jimmy the Bag from Pub Sports Radio. My man's talked me off the Nevada-Colorado State game last night. We were talking yesterday about Nevada facing off against their former head coach. And I said, I like the spot just because of that fact alone, thinking they're at home. Colorado State was 0-4. And he brought up a very good point. I'm going to read his tweet off. He said to me, because he posted a tweet that he was taking Colorado State plus the points. I said, curious on Colorado State. I like Nevada in this spot against former head coach. He said, similar angle as yours. I like the coach against his former team. Only game he wants to win this year. 0-4 team on the road that just lost to a FCS team by 31 points. And they're only 3.5-point dogs. Fishy. 32% of the tickets and 77% of the cash on the Rams. I think it's worth a shot. So I responded. I said, okay, I was going to take UNR, but I'm going to stay off. Not only did they cover, they won outright in an ugly game. The 2 touchdowns they scored was on a pick 6 and a scoop and score fumble. So they won as time expired with a field goal for 17-14. I hit them back. I said, great effing call. So I just want to give a shout out to my mans for talking me off that game because, like I said before, the only reason I was even taking that game was because of that angle of facing their former head coach. And man, I'm glad he did. Saved me some money last night. And with the way that these lines have moved this morning, I'm only gonna be confirming 4 plays. How about you, Malik? What are you thinking? What's some of your plays this morning?
I'm confirming 5 plays. I like Kansas plus 8. I like BYU plus 4. I like Iowa State money line, Virginia money line, and I like Florida State plus the 3.5.
Florida State plus the 3.5. Okay. So, going all the way back to our introduction video, where we talked about taking 5 picks, putting $55 units to win 50. I'm not taking 5 plays today. I'm only locking in 4 plays. And I got a couple money lines. I got a dog money line, and then I got 2 favorites money line, and then I got Kansas plus the 8. So I'm looking at Kansas plus the 8. I'm gonna throw 55 for 50 on that one. I got Utah money line sitting at minus 156 right now. I'm gonna throw 78 to win 50 on that game. Tennessee money line, they're minus $1.50. I'm gonna throw 75 for 50 on that game. And then Iowa State money line, they are slight dog plus $1, $50 for $50. We're gonna ride that one out and just see where it takes us. Hopefully, we already put it in on the action. We got our straight bets put in. I think I might mess around and take a little 4-team parlay for some small money just to see if everything hits. But I'm wagering $258 to win 200 today. So I'm very excited to finally get our units tracked so we can have something to talk about next week. When we do our breakdown videos, we'll just have those units tracked. I'm very excited to get this thing going. And I really want to see Utah pull this out. I want to see Tennessee pull this out. I didn't want to mess with the 3s. I don't want to buy the hook. I feel a lot more comfortable just taking these boys just to win. They're both on the road, slight road favorites. And I just think they got, I'm hoping Tennessee's quarterback clears concussion protocol because I think that would move the spread regardless. Hopefully we can get some value in that sense. Even if the backup's playing, I just think Tennessee's pace of play in their offense, it's going to be a little bit too much for LSU. I don't know. I really want to see these four teams. I want to see a 4-0 record today. I want to see a 4-0 record today. I want to cash these motherfucking tickets.
Yeah, let's fucking cash.
But yeah, let's go to the breakdown real quick though. Just take a look at these where the money's lying on these games. First game that we both have, right? Is Kansas plus the 8. As it's sitting right now, 7:05 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, we're sitting at TCU has 65% of the bets, 80% of the money. Spread sitting at 8, start at 5.5. So just moved up more in TCU's direction. Both teams are undefeated against the spread. TCU sitting at 4-0 ATS. Kansas is 5-0 against ATS. Why not take the home dog here? Over a touchdown? I feel really confident about that.
Yeah, I like home dogs.
I know you like home dogs. I'm taking 2 road favorites money line this week though. But yeah, no, I think this is a spot where Kansas, maybe they win outright, but even if not, I feel comfortable having a touchdown at home. Especially, they have sharp money, 15% of the sharp money. But the thing that strikes me that's very interesting here, when you look at the money line bets, right? You have 63% of the bets on TCU money line, but they only have 10% of the money. They are sitting at minus $2.86, but Kansas has 90% of this money line, which intrigues me. It looks like a spot where, for Vegas to pay out the least amount of money on this game, right? TCU wins outright. They pay 10% of that money line, and then Kansas covers the spread, and they pay 20% of the money on the spread. I don't know about you. That makes me feel really confident in Kansas plus 8 today. I low key, I know I'm already wagering $258. I could potentially just throw in a 2-unit play on this. I really like it. I really like Kansas plus 8, especially seeing how that money's moved. I really enjoy it. What's that? What's one of the games that you don't have that I listed there? My 4 games.
Virginia.
Oh, it's BYU. It's BYU plus the 4, right?
Yeah.
So looking at BYU really quickly so we can just knock that game out of the way. Looks like... Sorry, I'm scrolling Vegas Insider right now. There it is. All right, Notre Dame sitting at a 4-point favorite. They have 61% of the bets, 59% of the money on the spread, 56% of the money on the over. Total sitting at 51.5. 65% of the money on that over. Looking at the money line, 52% of the bets on BYU money line, but that money is split on the money line 50-50. You're taking BYU plus the points here in a neutral site game here in Vegas at Allegiant Stadium. What you want to give the people a breakdown of what your units are going to be, or like what you're betting on your 5 games this week?
I don't know what I'm going to do with my units this week. I think I might take my most confident plays and throw a little bit more money on them.
Okay. Just for the tracking purposes, right?
Yeah.
We want to track our money. We want to be transparent here. Why don't you go ahead and come up with a figure on what you're looking at betting? So when we go into next week and we talk college football and we have our numbers up on the screen, we can list that out now, confirming these picks. So then next week we have those and we're not going off of, something off screen.
We'll go with 55 for 50 on the spreads.
Okay. And then I know you have Iowa State money line also. Are you going to go 55 for 55 or are you going to do 50 for 50?
50 for 50.
50 for 50. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So just really quickly, just so I can write this down, so we can have that for the graphic next week. Just go ahead, list out your plays for me. I'll write those down, and then like if you're taking the spread, if you're paying any juice or not, so I know exactly like what that unit's looking like.
So we got Kansas +8 at the -110.
Okay, so that's 55 for 50.
BYU +4 at the -110.
55 for 50 bet.
Florida State +3.5 at a -115.
So -115.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, if you're paying the 5-cent juice on that, I don't know what it is off the top of my head. So let me just go into Boyd. And that was the Florida State game, correct?
I got you right here.
So to win 50,
57
57.50. Okay. That was on BYU, Florida State. So +4, +3.5. You're gonna do 57.50, 450. Okay. Iowa State money line. You already told me you're gonna do 50 for 50. What's that fifth game, bro?
Virginia. I'm trying to look for them right now. I believe it's a 1.5 spread, so it should be around like 110.
Okay. Let me just go ahead and pull this up
on stations. It's +$1.
On stations, it's +$1.
Yeah.
Okay. On Boyd, it's +1.5, juiced at a -115.
Wait, you said Virginia. I'm Virginia money line.
Oh, Virginia money line. I'm showing a -110.
A -110.
Mm-hmm. This is Boyd.
All right, just put the +$1.
You're gonna take it. You're gonna take that +$1 on stations.
Yeah.
Bet. Okay. Are you doing 50 for 50 then?
Yep.
Okay. So we're gonna take Virginia money line, and we're gonna go +$1, 50 for 50. Awesome. So we are all locked in. We are all locked in for the college slate today. Let's go ahead and cash these tickets. I want to see something. Are you going to do a parlay maybe? Are you going to parlay your 5 picks, see if you can maybe go 5-0?
Nah, I'm just stick with some straight bets.
Just sticking with straight bets?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see here, because I think what it is plus, if I'm betting 258 on these combined, that's what, 60, 70, 80. I could do some little funky $22 4-team parlay just to see if it goes 4-0. That'll put me up to 280 on the total bets.
I mean, honestly, bro, you could look at a teaser.
You know what? I like the way you're thinking, brother. I like the way you're thinking. Do a little teaser. See, but I'm taking a couple road favorites, and I don't know if I really want to tease those. So if I do a teaser, it's probably going to be some of those dogs, right? I'd probably end up teasing Washington State against USC. They're sitting at, 12.5. 6-point tease gets them up to 18.5. I'd like that. You could tease Iowa State's plus a dollar, or not $+1. +1.5, so you can get them 7.5.
I mean, you're gonna do 6-point teaser?
Yeah, I'm gonna do 6-point teaser.
I like them 7-point teasers.
You like the 7? Yeah, I honestly I don't mind the 6. I don't mind the 6.
I don't like those road dogs you got. I really don't. So
No. We don't typically see eye to eye in college, though. And one thing I do want to say, right? Raven is Moxie's dad. Mans was talked off his UCLA pick. I just want to point that out there. Notice how from that college breakdown video yesterday to finalizing our picks today, Mans was heavy on UCLA. He is off. I think he's a smart man for taking that off. I wouldn't touch UCLA today. I think they're due for that first L of the season. They need to win this week, and they got a big game next week at home against USC. That's low-key why I want to take Washington State on the road. USC, they're in the tough spot next week. They're already looking like they're going to win this game this week. 12.5-point favorites at home against Washington State. I like taking Washington State, pushing it up to 3 scores. 18.5 on that 6-point tease. I'll take that. And if it doesn't hit, I'm wagering $22 on a teaser to put my total bets up to 280.
Just look at this. Oregon State kept it close against USC. I think Washington State could do the same.
I like taking Washington State here. I'm gonna put this in here. Washington State, that'll put them at what 18.5. I'm gonna build this on Boyd as a teaser right now, just to see, so I can let everyone know what that payout looks like.
And I believe that Washington State is 4-1.
Washington State, yeah, they're 4-1 against the spread this year. They are. USC is 3-2 ATS. Let's see, who else are we thinking? I'm going to take Kansas on that teaser also. So we'll have Iowa State. We'll have 2 of our actual plays on here. Iowa State would push up to plus 7.5. We'll have Kansas at 8. We'll push them to 14. And let's find one more game that we can push up. We were talking about Arkansas earlier. We were talking about Arkansas earlier.
I just think, was that Texas A&M, right? Or not Texas
No,
A&M.
that's Arkansas is playing Mississippi State. They're 9.5-point dogs on the road.
Yeah, I just think that Mississippi State they might be overrated.
You think Mississippi State's overrated?
I think that's too many points to favor them.
Yeah, I don't know much about Arkansas, right? Like I keep my attention. I'm not gonna lie, I keep my attention really towards the Pac-12. I mean, I feel like even though Pac-12, they're frauds against other Power 5 conferences. I mean, look at week 1 of the season. They did not perform well at all. But I feel like when conference play gets going, I don't know. I feel like I have a better read on that. And I mean, that's really where I keep my attention. I also I pay attention to Michigan. I pay attention to Ohio State. I pay attention to Georgia. I pay attention to Alabama, which I feel like they might be in a spot. I mean, could potentially take the tease Texas A&M up to plus 30. But, this is a revenge game where Alabama lost at Texas A&M last year outright. So, I mean,
this Arkansas team is not bad at all. They got a running back, Raheem Sanders. I mean, he could be possibly one of the best running backs in the country.
One of the best running backs in the country. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to the Alabama game really quickly, and I'm just going to see where that money is lying. That's probably going to help me. 66% of the bets, 81% of the money, 83% of the money line on Texas A&M. What is Texas A&M on here? What are they on the money line? They're not one of the marquee. Oh, yeah, they are. 1160 on Boyd. They're plus 1,160, and they have 83% of the money on the money line. I don't think that one's going to be coming through today. But, I mean, so it's showing 24 as the spread here on Vegas Insider. Boyd is showing a 23.5. So you would have them at 29.5 on a teaser.
I mean, just look at Arkansas. They played 2 tough games back to back. They had Texas A&M and they had Alabama.
They had Texas A&M and they had Alabama.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and pull up those matchups here. Let me see what they did against the spread. Do you know off the top of your head, or do you have any stats in front of you showing what they did ATS those 2 weeks?
I'm not very sure, but they didn't cover against Alabama for sure.
Okay, let's see. So Arkansas was ranked 10th in the country when they went into Texas A&M and played them. They lost 21-23. And looking here,
that spread was 2.5 too.
So they covered by the hook in a tough spot. It looks like it was a neutral site game. The game wasn't played at Texas A&M. It was played AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Practically a home game for Texas A&M there. And then let's see, 49-26 score at home against Alabama. What was this spread? 17. 17.5.
17.5 or 17.
And they lost by 23. So they did not cover at home. So 1-1 ATS. They covered on the road, did not cover at home. And then when we actually pull up here, let's see. What are they on the year against the spread? They're 2-3 against the spread. 1-1 the last 2 weeks. Mississippi State is 3-1 ATS. Potentially a spot where they could they only have 28% of the money. They have 53% of the bets, only 28% of the money to cover the spread. I think you might have talked me onto this one, big dog. It's just a teaser. 9.5 pulls up to what? 9, 10, 15.5. It's 2 touchdowns. Let's go ahead and lock that. Let's go ahead and lock that boy in. We'll take Arkansas plus the 15.5. Go back to Boyd. We'll throw that on the tease. Teaser, 6-point tease. It's plus $322 to win 66. Nothing big, nothing crazy here. Definitely think that is a good play to be on. I'm gonna add that in. You said you're not messing around with any teaser or any parlay or nothing. You're just straight betting.
No, and I want to add Maryland money line. Purdue off that big win.
Mm-hmm.
I think Maryland gets it done.
Maryland gets it done. All right, let me go ahead and let me pop in here. Let me see what's Maryland on the money line.
Minus 160.
Maryland is minus 160 on the money line. Okay. Are you taking that on Boyd, or are you taking that on stations? And are you going to be laying the 80 for 50 on that, or?
Yeah, 80 for 50.
All right. 80 for 50 on Maryland money line. All right. All righty. So let's see here. I was wagering the 258 for 200 and then $22 for $66 on that teaser. So that puts it up for what? $280 bet for a possible win of $266 if everything comes out as a winner today. This is the gambling world. That is a perfect world. That's probably not going to be the case here. I'm just hoping we can go net positive here today. I'm going to just do a quick calculation here to see what in total you were wagering on 6 straight plays. We have 55, 55, 57, 50, 50.
I studied this LSU game, and I'm telling you, I really like LSU in this spot.
Yeah.
I just love it. They're at home. This right here could get their resume even better if they beat Tennessee.
I just like 10. I understand the spot. I mean, when you brought up the fact that they're 4-0 against their division, that's a cool stat. But I mean, you're forgetting the fact that Tennessee has won 5 straight matchups.
Yeah, but that's a big loss for Tennessee if the quarterback doesn't pass the protocol.
It is, and I am sort of banking on trying to gain value here before any decisions reached. I'm okay with taking the gamble, right? I'm okay with taking the gamble. If it doesn't pay off, it's 75 for 50. 75 for 50. Hopefully the teaser comes through. Maybe that covers the loss there.
Because
if that is a loss.
On Boyd, Tennessee is minus 142 right now.
Are they really? So it already dropped from the minus 150.
Yeah, and you got Tennessee at the -3, minus 105, and LSU plus the 3 is minus 115.
So they're juicing that 15. So it could potentially here move to 2.5 before kickoff. There is an hour and 20 or hour 33 minutes before that game kicks off. But winding back real quick. So looking at your 6 straight plays, you're wagering a total of $347.50 for potential winnings of $300 if you were to go 6-0 today. Let's go ahead and see if we can't cash these boys out, right?
Yeah, let's cash these fucking tickets.
I love it. I think that is going to do it for us here today, this morning. We got these picks locked in. Go ahead, leave a comment down below on what you guys are on today. And let's see if we can all cash these tickets. I'd love to see what everyone else is on, what people may think about what we're taking, if you agree, if you don't agree. And again, if you like what you see, pay that fee. We're not out here. We're not selling packages. We just want to have great, good conversation, total transparency, honesty. And let's go ahead and have a great Saturday. Much love here from Better Bets. Let's go ahead and bet better. Have a great Saturday, guys.
Baby. Let's ride.